My name is Gregor von Laschewski, and I'm talking today about how to obtain an account on FutureSystems. Our main resource for following along with this particular activity is under mycloudmesh.org/learning, which will direct you to our web page here that is hosted on GitHub. And when you pop it up, the manual will occur, and we have already talked previously in another section about what this manual includes and how do you read it in the different formats. Now let's go to the table of contents and locate the Clouds account section. Let's press on this particular section. We have to note that sometimes certain things can actually change. Here we will be explaining how do you create an account on FutureSystems and how do you quickly can get started. There are several sections here. The first one is a simple accounts and project section, which contains a summary of the video tutorials that we have. And the second one, probably more interesting, is actually how to do that. We introduce you to a terminology. We have a portal account, that is the FutureSystems portal, on which you need to have an account in order to use our resources. The resource account are actually the computers that are behind the portal and accessible for you to use. In order to use resources, you not only have to have a valid portal account, but you have to have also a valid project. And the project is being typically associated with a project lead. If you like to create your own project, that can certainly be easily done through our pages, and we explain to you there how do you deal with members, alumni. An important other thing is in order for us to create an account, we will require that you use SSH keys. That means you need to be familiar in some sense with SSH keys and generate them on your machines so that you can log in into our machines from your computers. One of the things is we have not yet done a project creation. We recommend that you are part of a project. That we recommend you that you read this entire page, and we have in fair amount of detail explained what is needed in order to create, for example, a project. However, we assume that this has already been done for you, and you will just want to join the project. But before you can join a project, which is being explained here in our quick start, you need to first create a portal account. So let us create a portal account and click on the link. We will be seeing here a page, I was already logged in, that says register, and we have to just print register. And in there you see an account application form that you need to be filling out. In case you have already an account like I have, you can just log in. But if you don't, just fill out this information. Important is that you choose a sensible username. Do not use any other characters than alphanumeric characters. So that means numbers and letters. I do not recommend to use actually hyphens. The username must be of a particular length. It's here on this website is specified 3. I would recommend that you use at least 8 characters. Please use an email that you can actually be contacted at. We will be trying to contact you through this particular email, and further instructions will be sent to this email. And therefore, it's important that you fill this information out accurately. Also, you need to be choosing a password. Also make sure that you choose a sufficiently strong password. So avoid things like 1, 2, 3, 4 or QWERTY. You can search on the internet such as topics about the most used password on the internet. Try to avoid them. Use your smarts. This is a public resource that you have here, and you want to make sure that no one breaks into your account. In addition, you have to fill out the contact information. Please be very precise and use capital letters for your first name and last name. It looks very sloppy if you don't do this, if you don't capitalize your department. Typically those who are filling out this form in a sloppy way are those people that are identified in future as people that are not very careful with their resources, because they want to do this hush-hush and want to rush their account application. But please take your time. Be patient, fill this form out, and put the information in that's requested. In case you're a student, you're also required to put the advisor's contact address in here. This includes the full name, the department, phone numbers, and email, and other information that can be identified for him. As part of the institution, you should be putting in your institution address where you are currently studying, or if you are from a company, put in your company address in here so that we can identify what you are. If you're self-representing yourself, you should put probably self-representing in there and put your address in there. The problem with this is we may not grant you an account in case you are not part of an organization that we trust. Fill also out a URL. As part of our record keeping, we are also required at times to figure out which citizenship you have. Please fill this out accurately, and fill a small paragraph about yourself out here to let us know who you are and what you are doing. This helps us identifying future activities within FutureSystems. Sometimes a project that you may join and ask you to register here has a sign-up code. Please put the sign-up code in here. Then you have to read this user agreement, and you have to accept the user agreement. If you don't agree with this user agreement, do not use FutureSystems and find other resources. At the end, we have a captcha provided that you need to be filling out. If you can't read it, press it. So maybe you can at one point find one that you can easily read and type in. It takes a little bit. Sometimes I can't read these things myself. This is to avoid that robots are trying to fill out this form automatically. Then, after you fill out everything, you press create a new account, and you will be presented with a success message. In case you have made an error, it will be telling you where the error occurred, and you have to fill out that particular form again. That's all that there's for the registration, but you have to continue doing certain things. One of the things is that you will be receiving an email, and you have to react to this email. It will tell you that the account will be created for you. And once it's been created, you can upload an SSH key. So in the next session, I will be telling you a little bit about the SSH key upload. You will be able to log in into this account. I have done this for myself. And you will be presented when you go on, for example, your My Portal account here with a menu that's contained in some panels. And we find here some information about myself. I have filled this information out based on the information that was given before. And one of the things that you may want to do is you may want to upload actually an SSH key. That's typically done when you go to your home directory. You can add a public key. You can go ahead and paste and copy that particular key from your SSH directory. Next, we would like to upload our SSH key that we have on our local machine so that we can log in into the remote machines. One of the things that we have done here, already created a key with SSH keygen. This is described in the manual on our web page. and you can look at it. I will be pointing to that particular instruction later on once I've uploaded here my own key. So where do I find the key? The key is located in typically the SSH key directory under SSH, and in there we find, for example, the ID rsa.pub key. This is the key that I have created for myself, and I can, for example, cat this file. I can paste and copy this entire key in here into the key field. Remember that you want to only publish what is part of that key, and I can give it a title. I can give it maybe my laptop key, and can use this and then press the submit button. When I press today the submit button, it will tell me that I have already uploaded that key with the same fingerprint, so I'm already safe. So I can here cancel and assume I have uploaded that particular key. If you get another error, please make sure that the format of the key is correct. So we have here, for example, added our key. I could delete the keys if I wanted to. Other things that are important is you can also register your OpenID. Here you can go to Google and get your Google account OpenID, and you can add this particular Google ID to your accounts. This means that if I were to press here, for example, add OpenID, I being asked would I like to have my Google ID added to it. I say accept, and this means my Google ID is being added to the OpenID specifications here in the portal. And this means if I log in and out now out of the portal, I can actually use my Google ID instead of my password, and I'm logged in into our portal via the Google ID. This is very convenient. However, please remember that for certain activities you will still need to be remembering your password. In case you've forgotten your password, you can reset this while going to portal account and fill out the form for password reset. There's here a link that says change password. We go to this particular change password link, and here we have the information that asks me for the password. At the bottom of the page is a submit button that I need to be pressing in order to submit my password change. Now we have learned how to get into the portal, how to upload your SSH key, and how to associate an OpenID with your account so that logging in and into the portal becomes easy with, for example, OpenID providers. Thank you very much, and I will see you in our next session. Previously, we have taught you about how to upload SSH keys. One of the things that we have not yet talked about is how do you actually create an SSH key. One resource on how to find out how to do that is in our cloud account section on mycloudmesh.org/learning. In there you find this particular subsection, and it provides a great deal of information about account and project management information for FutureSystems and other systems. And in this particular guide, we have also information about how do you create, for example, an SSH key with SSH keygen. So let's just try to locate that. Here we have upload an SSH key, and it explains you how to do that. It also explains you how to upload an OpenID while bringing you to the appropriate point. And if you're not familiar with how to use SSH keys, we have provided here this particular page using SSH keys and how to generate them. And on a Unix machine, it's pretty simple. We have SSH key -t RSA -c is a comment, so you put in here typically your username and your email in there, and it will then create an SSH key in the location in the .ssh directory. Please be aware that you need to be using a password or passphrase. Do not use an empty passphrase here, because that's considered to be insecure, despite the fact what other people are saying to you. Do not use an empty passphrase. Specify one. If you fail to do that, you simply can delete that particular certificate and recreate it, but be aware that you will not access other resources where you already use it. Upload that particular key that you just generated to the portal, and this is explained here. So you'll see something like this that you can pass into the portal itself. That's all that there's for the FutureGrids portal. So we have here a bunch of screenshots that explain you how to do that. And I showed you this information in a video earlier, so it should not be a problem for you to replicate this. Thank you so much for your attention. Now you know in brief how to do SSH keys. If you are not familiar with this, there are many nice explanations about how to use SSH keys on the internet. Please locate them and try to find them out. Thank you.